Now that Catch Basin 1 is in the project, we can go ahead and create an area of drainage to feed Catch Basin 1. We can access the area right from the node configuration dialog. So if we want to create an area for this particular catch basin, this is probably the easiest way to do it. Otherwise, we can go to the drainage pull-down menu and go Component, Area, and Add. I'm going to use the node configuration dialog. So I'll click Edit Area, and I'll get an alert message that says Drainage Area CB1 is not in the project. Do you wish to create a new drainage area? And I do. And one thing you should notice, and very important, is that the area ID and the node ID are the same. And that way we know what area drains to what node. And there will be one node for each area. So I'll click OK, and now I have the drainage area definition dialog. Now our drainage area, we can select the area by creating a shape in MicroStation and selecting that shape. Or we can use the surface to create a shape. And we have some other tools that help us create shapes as well. But in general, we need a shape in MicroStation that represents this drainage area. And so for our purposes here, we're just going to simply draw. So I go ahead and turn the display of my model back on, and that might help you in delineating your drainage area. So I'll go ahead and create a shape. Access the Place Shape tool from the Tools menu under Main, under Polygons. And that gives us a tool, Place Shape. So I'll access that tool, and I just need now to kind of delineate a shape. So I'll go ahead and just start at one particular point and draw a shape. So for example, I'll place a shape. And then I'll close that shape. So there's my proposed drainage area, that yellow shape. So now at the drainage area definition dialog, I just simply click Select Shape, select that graphical shape, and accept it. And Geopack computes the acreage for that drainage area. Again, I could key that in if I want. A base C value, I'll put in 0.35, and this will be the C value it uses if it doesn't find any other land uses. And then a minimum time of concentration of 5 minutes. Under the sub areas, here I can create a table for sub areas. So how much pavement do I have in this area, how much grass, what are their corresponding C values. So you can populate that table by filling in the bottom and adding it to the list. So for example, I could come in here and put 0.1, a C value of 0.5, and call that grass, and add it to the list. Or, since we have land use set up in the drainage library, and we drew shapes that represent the various land uses in our design file, we can click the automatic delineation button, and Geopack will compute the area of grass and area of pavement for that particular shape. It found those two land use shapes. So it's computed that. Under computations, I'll see the total sub areas, the remainder of the area, so everything's accounted for, and its composite C value. So when I click compute discharge, we compute an intensity from the rainfall data, and then we compute the discharge. Click apply, and that drainage area is added to my project. Back at the node dialog, if I switch to discharge options and back to computations, then I'll see the computations for that node, the discharge ponded widths, left and right, depths, computed head, and inlet capacity. So the computations are automatically updated as soon as it found the drainage area. So that completes our first node and area. Now we'll continue in the same process to do a few more.